Top 4 mistakes people makes with their online marketing. There are 4, and I'm going to add another one because it's extremely important. Mistake number 1 is they're not showing up, not posting, not doing the lives, not doing the videos, not doing the photos, not doing the text, not doing all of them. They're not showing up. That means, yes, you should be posting a ton, as I talked about previously. You should be extremely aggressive, but you should start first. And that's by far the first mistake. People say, oh, it doesn't work. I don't know why social media doesn't work. Like, how much posts did you did? 10. Okay. I can kind of know what your problem is. You got to post a lot of quantity. And if you look at any person that's made it big on social media, whether they're an influencer, business owner, they often posted hundreds, maybe thousands of videos, posts before they had their overnight success. So number 1 is show up. Make sure you show up, and you show up more than anybody. That's how you're going to dominate. Number 2, mistake number 2. Hey, you're trying to please everyone. You're trying to be the nice guy of social media. You're trying to be the friendly guy. Hey, no problem. You can be friendly. You can be the great guy, but do not be the nice guy that's trying to please everybody. You know that in dating, if you're too nice, you ain't gonna have anybody. That works the same way with marketing. If you're trying to be nice to everyone, to be approved by everyone, nobody is going to deeply follow with you. They're going to be like, okay, this guy is great. Okay. But if you are extremely polarizing, and I want you to think about a leader that you're following, and I'm sure that if they have a substantial amount of followers or success on online marketing, they are polarizing. I can take a few examples. I can take Grant Cardone is an easy example, for example. That guy, either you love him or you hate him, but he does not give you the option of being in the middle. Like, I don't know about that guy, like, doesn't, ain't got any opinion on him. That guy wants you to have an opinion on him, whether it's good or bad. But when you have an opinion on that guy, you pay attention. Good or bad, yes, but it's always best to be hated than to be not known. So don't be scared of being hated. Don't just be scared of those things, of being polarizing, because that's how you're going to get your true following, your true tribe that are behind you and that will die for the cause that you're supporting. Because those guys will be hardcore supporters of the polarization that you decided to take. So make sure you do not try to please everyone. Be polarizing. Next mistake that people do, they want to help everybody. And I'm with you. I'm the same guy. I want to help everybody, but I cannot do it at the same time. Let's say you're in a plane. Okay, plane got an issue. It's crashing. It's falling fast. And you're there. Oh, shoot. I want to help everybody that's on this plane, of course. But you can't. The truth is, you got to help people one by one. And it works the exact same way in online marketing. If you're trying to spread a message to everybody at the same time, nobody is going to feel connected to that message because it's too wide. Too wide. You got to target the message to somebody specific. Now, how do you do that? Let's say, for example, hey, you are targeting realtors. Your customers are realtors. Target city by city. Maybe, and that an incredible amount of way to target, but hey, maybe you can target city by city. That's a way to target. Maybe you can target with the content that only realtors can really get. So a situation that's relatable to them, something that they found funny, entertaining, but that only them find it, so that they feel like, hey, that speaks to me. That piece of content is made for me. You got to really target and make sure that those people feel like, hey, this is made for me. Like, something that only those people can understand. You know, when you're with your friends and that you're cracking some jokes, and maybe you have like, you know, your close friends, and then you got other friends that are not so close with you. And maybe you got some inside jokes that only your best friends will understand. Same thing here. Because if you're trying to do a joke with like, that will be like appreciated by everybody, you're gonna get some laugh, maybe. But if you like crack a joke that you know your friends are gonna laugh, like die laughing at when they're gonna hear it, hey, more effective because you targeted that group with a specific message. Do the same thing with your online marketing strategy. Mistake number 4 is not aiming to be omnipresent. I talked about the fact that, hey, you should master one tool at a time. Yes, but the end goal is always to be omnipresent. You should be omnipresent on marketing online, basically, with your business. Now, what does omnipresent mean? And I like to always dive deep into the meaning of those words because it has a lot of meanings. But if you dive deep, those are the meanings that they are. First, omnipresent is being everywhere. So ultimately, you need to be pretty much whenever somebody thinks about something that's you're facing. Like, for example, they think, hey, you're a plumber. Man, I need to fix my sink. It has a problem. It leaks. That person has to think about you. That's being omnipresent because you're omnipresent in their head. And how do you achieve that result? Basically, you're present everywhere they watch. On Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on a bus, on paper. The more omnipresent you are, the higher the chances for them to think about you whenever they have a problem to fix, or in other situations sometimes. Depends on the business you have. But you should always aim to be omnipresent, always. And that's incredibly important. Now, how do you be omnipresent? You need to be everywhere, but you need also to be deep into those places because you can be everywhere. For example, you can be on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. But if you only post once a year on those platforms, yes, you are everywhere, but you are not going deep into that. So the effects you're going to see, well, you're not going to see any. So because you're not deep into those things. So being omnipresent is going wide, but also going deep into different platforms, different ways to do marketing. So that's mistake number 4. And I told you I'm going to give you a bonus one because this one is by far, I think, I kept the most important one for the end because I think this is by far the thing that the single opportunity that people are missing the most. And that is not having a CTA. What is a CTA, Gabriel? A CTA is a call to action. Always having a CTA. Subscribe to the show right now to make sure you do not miss any episodes, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Always be having a CTA in your content. Try to have one, only one, because if not, you're going to confuse the people. But always first having a CTA, a call to action. Tell them to do something. It can be whatever it is. Sometimes it's not going to be, hey, buy my product. Sign up for my $500 million masterclass. Maybe it's not going to be that each time on each Twitter post, but always have an intent and make sure that the person that's reading, watching, the person that's experimenting the thing that you're putting out, make sure they do an action. Comment on that post. Share if you agree. What can it be? Hey, buy my product, simply. Click on this link. Send a review. All those things like that. Always be creative and find a way to have a call to action, because making sure they make an action gives them like that makes them engage towards you. And then when you are going to require them to do an action, for example, to purchase, because that's going to be the ultimate goal for them to purchase your product or services, they are going to be used to take actions with you. Imagine who has higher chances for buying with you? from buying from you? The guy that comments on your post all the time, or the guy that just saw you for the first time? Yeah, the guy that comments on your post all the time, because he's used to taking actions toward you, to listening to you saying, hey, take that action, do that, because they believe in you. But to do that, for them to take an action, you gotta ask them to do an action, because everybody is lazy. So make sure you ask for the action. Do a call to action.